Let's be honest with ourselves. This isn't the news we wanted to hear. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. It's Dusty, one half of Radiant Gaming, and IG Newman just announced that Breath of the Wild 2 is delayed until spring of 2023. And of course, if you're a Legend of Zelda fan and you were super excited for Breath of the Wild 2, this news kind of stings a little bit. But let's also be honest with ourselves and say this has kind of been in the back of our minds for quite some time now. But I don't want to spend this entire video talking about why Breath of the Wild 2 was delayed. All that matters is that Breath of the Wild 2 was delayed. And if you're expecting me to be toxic about the delay for Breath of the Wild 2, you've got the wrong video. It actually made me super happy to read the comments on the announcement of the Breath of the Wild 2 delay, as most of them were positive. Comments like, "This game is going to be amazing, I can just feel it." Or comments like, "I love that this game has so much love and care being put into it." One comment actually mentioned that Breath of the Wild 2 being delayed until spring of 2023 actually will give us time to play these games in this super awesome year of games and really take a breath and appreciate everything that Breath of the Wild 2 has to offer. And if you think about it, that's true. There's a lot of awesome games coming out this year in 2022 that we will have time to really appreciate those games, and then when 2023 rolls around, we will really have time to appreciate everything that Breath of the Wild 2 is and has to offer. So in my opinion, them delaying Breath of the Wild 2 until spring of 2023, while it does kind of stink to sit and wait, it may be the best thing for us fans, as we will actually get to appreciate everything that it has to offer, so it's not just mixed in with all these other amazing games we have in 2022. And although there is a delay, there is actually some good news as well. We got 5 to 10 seconds of more gameplay footage. Yeah, you heard that right, 5 to 10 seconds. You guys know as gamers, we will slice through anything we can get. Especially in a game like Breath of the Wild 2 that we haven't had information on in a long time. This 5 to 10 seconds of gameplay footage is enough to get us talking. More on that in just a little bit. In the update announcement, Anuma seemed super sincere in his apology. Now obviously I don't speak his language, but you could just tell by his presence and just the way that he worded things that he was sincere and that he really wanted us to know that they are taking all the love and care that they can on Breath of the Wild 2. He also assured us that there will be an even wider variety of features we can enjoy, including new encounters and new gameplay elements. And we've seen some of these features in the trailers that we already have, but it seems that there's going to be even more. He went on to say that the reason that they're delaying this is because they're working super hard on it to make it something special. And I don't know what it is, but I feel like this game is going to be amazing. And then in the announcement, when he said the world expands beyond that, I literally got so hyped. Like, just thinking about how amazing Breath of the Wild 1 was and how expansive it was, to imagine that Breath of the Wild 2 will be even more than that, that gets me excited. It definitely seems like there's a lot of care being put into this game. And if you've been following this channel for any length of time, and if you know me at all, you will know that I've always said I'm fine with delays as long as the game stands up to the delay. And what I mean by that is if the game is delayed, that is completely fine. As long as the game is amazing when it releases. As long as they're actually putting love and care into the game, I'm fine waiting a little bit longer. I am not a fan of unfinished games being released. I do not like that at all. I hate spending my hard-earned money on a game that wasn't even finished in the first place. So to know that they're putting so much love and care into Breath of the Wild 2 makes me super happy. And keep in mind that they set the bar so high with Breath of the Wild 1, they know they have to surpass that bar. It seems to me like they're totally aware of this and that they are actually working super hard to surpass that bar. And I believe that's another reason why delaying Breath of the Wild 2 till spring of 2023 is actually one of the best things that could happen for the game. And speaking of gameplay, let's talk about some of that gameplay footage that we got, the whole 5 to 10 seconds worth. Now this footage really isn't much. It's basically just a slow pan of Link's face and then him pulling out a Master Sword that looks like it was dipped in acid. I don't know what's going on with this Master Sword, but like I said, this 5 to 10 seconds worth of gameplay footage is enough to get us talking. I've even heard some people mention that it looks like Fi's coming back since the sword is glowing blue. And that's definitely an interesting take, as Skyward Sword HD did just release on the Nintendo Switch a few months ago. And a lot of people have mentioned that Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild 2 will have a lot in common and have a lot of links. No pun intended. And one thing that I really noticed was that it actually revealed the face of the long-haired character. In the E3 of 2021 trailer, we did not see this long-haired character's face at all. But in this 5 to 10 second gameplay footage trailer, we did actually see the face of that long-haired character. And if you guys have been following this game at all, you'll know that there's actually a theory that Ganon could have been a playable character in Breath of the Wild 2, and that long-haired character was actually Ganon. Some people said that was super far-fetched. Some people really jumped on that train. But that theory seems to be abolished, as whenever they showed the face of the long-haired character, it clearly looked like Link. And I'm going to look more in depth into this 5 to 10 seconds worth of footage that we have. So if you're interested in checking that out, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn the bells on so you don't miss that video. I'm very curious about this Master Sword. It is so odd. And Link has different clothes on. Is there like a time gap? 2 different timeline links? I don't really know what's going on, but I definitely want to look more into it and talk about it. And all that just to say, don't get disappointed with this delay. I know it's hard and I know waiting stinks, but let's be honest, if it's going to be that good, I would rather wait and the game be amazing than for them to release an unfinished game. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. It helps me out a ton. My wife and I do stream over on Twitch, and the link is in the description if you'd like to check that out. This is one half of Our Radiant Gaming signing off. Everyone have an awesome day and God bless.